Hi everybody, it's the Soap Man, and it's time to make some soap. So I'm going to be trying to go along more of a fall theme since it is almost November. So what I'm going to be doing today is one I did before, only I did it in my slab mold. I'm going to be doing it in my tall skinny mold today. I'm going to put a layer of red, which is Nurture Soap's Trial by Fire. And then I'm going to let that thicken up, texture it, put a brown mica line on it. Then I'm going to pour a layer of Nurture Soup's New Leaf Green. Let that thicken up, texture it, put a brown mica line. And then I'm going to be putting the top layer of Nurture Soup's Orange Marmalade. And when those set up, then I am going to attempt some tight piping again. If you watched the last video, you saw that the piping was an absolute disaster because I soaked too warm and the batter, the entire process kept thickening up, and by the time I finally got to the piping, the bag was hot. It was really hard where the soap had set up, the top popped off. It was a disaster. Although I was able to save that piping. I was able to get it into an individual mold. Not pretty, I had to trim it up, but I'll keep this just for me. This is still good soap, it's just for me, so who cares? Today, I am soaping much cooler. I'm about 78 degrees, so it shouldn't be an issue, and this this recipe generally behaves pretty well when I am below 85 degrees and I'm at 78, and I did not do a 10% water discount, which I almost always do. This has full water. I'm going to be fragrancing this with Brambleberry's Applejack peel, one of my all-time favorites of Brambleberries. It does misbehave, it does accelerate. Should not be an issue with this soap. I'll probably not fragrance the frosting for that reason. And as long as I'm below temperatures, I generally don't have a whole lot of problems with that fragrance, other than acceleration. Let's get started. So I'm going to first of all just give a few pulses of the stick blender to get a very light basic emulsification like I always do. And emulsification has been achieved that quickly. Of course, this is a smaller recipe than I normally do. This is 45 ounces of oil, where I normally do 60 ounces of oil. So, the next step is to divide this equally into 4 containers. As always, close is good enough. And I will scrape the remainder out because I am finished with this pot. This one is for the frosting, so I'm going to set it way over here out of the way. These two will go away temporarily, and we'll start with the bottom layer. And we'll give this a quick hit with the stick blender. And because this fragrance does accelerate, even though I'm doing layers, I'm going to hand stir it in. I'm going to play it safe. Alright, it's playing safe, it's playing well. I'm going to give it a quick hit because it's playing well, it's being a good guy, probably because of the low temps. And I don't want those others to set up on me, waiting for this to set up. Okay. Quickly get this into the mold. And it is behaving well. So I'm going to shut us down just for a couple of minutes while that sets up. And I'll get ready for our mica line, clean the sides of the mold up. Okay, let's texture this. And let's get our brown mica on it. This is Nurture Soap's brown mocha brown. I'm going to give that a real light spritz of alcohol just to kind of help anchor it. And that will also allow me to clean the sides of the mold up so we have a little bit nicer wall side on the soap. And let's work on our next layer. So this is going to be our new leaf green. Very quick hit with the stick blender. Third of our fragrance. And it's behaving, so a quick hit with the stick blender with the fragrance. Into the mold it goes. And I'll shut us down for a minute, clean that up just a little bit, and get ready for the final layer. Okay, let's texture this and get our mica line on it, get this top layer on. Give that a squirt to help anchor it. Clean up a little bit. And let's set this aside and get this final layer on. The batter's still holding up well. And I'm almost out of this. And this is one I definitely will buy again. Lisa, my friend Lisa gave me this, but I really, really like this. Quick hit to fully incorporate everything. Into the mold this goes. I will just pour that into a small container for myself. So I'm going to shut us down for a minute and get the soap frosting ready. So I will be back. Hey everybody, I'm back. It's time to cut our soap. So the soap I put up earlier this week, I soaked a little too warm and the piping set up too quickly. It was so hard I couldn't use it, so I couldn't pipe it. This one was the opposite. It took like a half an hour to set up, but it finally did. And then look, I got soda ash all over it. I sprayed it with alcohol, but still got soda ash. Oh well, what are you gonna do? I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut the soap, not worry about it. So here we go. Let's see what we have inside. And that is exactly what I wanted on the inside, at least. And you can see on the inside of the piping the multi-tones. Just a little ashy on top is all. Oh yeah, I like this. Very nice. And this Applejack peel smells fantastic. I love this stuff. So other than a little soda ash on the frosting top, I am really happy with this. Very pleased with how it turned out. And once again, the Applejack peel from Brambleberry smells fantastic. I love it. So, folks, y'all have a great weekend. Stay safe, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next week for some more soap. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.